So, what's up, Dino fam? Checking in here with our weekly update with the Land Vault development team. Our lead developer, Zon, here is going to take us through what we've been able to accomplish over the past week, both on and off the screen, in regards to our build in the sandbox. So, Zon, if you want to just kind of walk us through a little bit of what we got going on in the build and in sandbox, some of our exterior updates, some of our interior updates, and then we can kind of talk a little bit more about, in addition to this, what we are working on off the screen, so to speak.
Thanks, man. Let's start with the exterior. I think what's the most notable part here that we built out is this. Um, we built this to have that um, exclusive access to the cave. We've built a bridge somewhere here and then just laid out the bricks so it looks more natural. We're gonna um, carve some pieces out still, but right now it's how it looks. To texture that, and we're gonna build the trap. We're gonna build the trap a little bit better where it goes under this entire thing. So you guys can imagine how the trap is gonna be much more exciting in the dark with very little visibility and more a more rugged trap here underground. That's one thing to look forward to. We've also added like some more features here just to um, make the build more like cohesive in that sense. You know, they don't look like different parts of the land just placed on top of this 3x3 plot. And then one more thing here is we've already built we've added the look for the arena. So again, we still need to add more details to this, but this is how it looks right now. You can already imagine yourself being in this like Coliseum-ish arena with a bunch of dinos watching you, maybe even betting against you.
So that's where
There's
we're going to have some good player versus player
yeah,
battle royale, and maybe we could have some wagers and some bets in there, and come together and just kind of have a good time.
duel have like a fun duel just to kill some time for each other. And so for the interior, we've already again added some more. Uh, just the layout of the doll. This isn't final. It looks all over the place. Like we just added a bunch of furniture, but we already divided it to have a toilet. Well, it really makes sense, but it makes um, the the gym here training room much more realistic rather than not having a toilet like that. Or you have like gym equipment, and this is more like the lounge for the training ground gym. We have like cafeteria going on. So we're gonna definitely work on this a bit better. But we've already had like the base for it and just the mere layout for it. And again, you said the arena and pretty much it for the interior. Right here, we haven't done much yet, but we've already discussed how the store will look, and we already have the sketches for that. So I will get we'll delve into that a little bit later. So we also have like the layout for the concert grounds, the cave. So we have the second floor already laid out. We've had the stage, of course, is gonna be where everyone parties. We're still gonna add a bunch more detail here, but yeah, mostly the stuff that we've done on the land itself the past week has been um, almost like laying things out, just dividing the land, the area into different zones, different areas, like this first floor, stage, just a bunch of things like that. And I think the last thing that we've added was the detail here. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but we added much more detail. here, and then this is out of whack. So please don't notice this part. You can delete it. But yeah, that's how it looks right now. We have this. Um, the community suggested that we build out this obstacle course parkour course here, so we wanna embrace that and have a little more fun here, and just to again give the our watchers who are listening to us here or YouTube that this hint for you guys. There's gonna be a clue here for the treasure hunt.
Oh,
Just
a
to
little hidden
give you
hint.
guys that special information.
Got some exclusive, got some alpha there.
Yeah. So you guys might keep that in mind. And again, that's it. It's very much it for what we've placed on the land. Most of our work, if I do say so myself, has been off the land. So I mentioned earlier, if you guys have noticed, we've already divided this into three different colors because we've designed the maze for this and the treasure hunt. So I think we're eyeing three levels for the treasure hunt. So this level one, level two, and one more level underground. So it's not gonna be an easy maze, guys. It's gonna be dark, complicated with a bunch of traps, and yeah. And on top of that, you need to. It's not just your typical maze where you run around. You will also need different keys to unlock different parts of the maze, and those keys are not just gonna be in here. So imagine you finishing the maze only to find that you might need a key that is all the way across the land. But that just means you guys have a lot to do here, and that's gonna be great for everyone and everyone who will be visiting. The land will have much to explore. So that's it.
Yeah, that's
Ron?
awesome, Zon. Appreciate the run through. Just to recap again, guys, we had a lot of on land progress. I love the build out between the cave and the community center. I love how we're going to incorporate that into our Dino Kart game, going inside, going underground, kind of having some dark utility in there. That'll give it a little extra dimension. That'll be super fun. Um, Kind of started this little tunnel. This is your VIP access from our community center over to the cave, kind of like our custom VIP back door. And that battle arena is shaping up to be super sweet. We got some good things going on over there. We've got the arena itself. We've got the training gym, so to speak, cafeteria, etc. And then obviously what we're looking at here is the interior of the cave starting to take shape. So again, our concert venue, event venue, we'll have this interior finish in here. So lot more detail to be added, but it's really, really nice starting to see some of those rooms and shapes start to come together now that we can see all that. So you can see the amount of detail and dimension that's going into this build, just from an on build perspective. And it takes a lot of work actually off the build too. So, for example, Zahn was talking about our treasure hunt and our mazes. I mean, that takes a lot of thought to think that in advance rather than just start slapping blocks together and building it as you go. So, multiple developers are working behind the scenes to sketch that out and work on the logistics of that before they even implement it into the experience itself. So that's what they're really working on a lot this week. I've seen some of those sketches. It's definitely going to be a fun, interactive, complicated maze slash treasure hunt. It'll definitely keep us busy. We will be incorporating, all of these games some way in one manner or another into play to earn or play to win, in some form of leaderboard style or completion style. So, yeah, I'm pumped about the progress on. I think this looks awesome. I think our vision is really coming to reality. I think we've done a lot here in 4 weeks. And I think, or I know, once we get back to developing in Sandbox, as far as the maze and the treasure hunt goes, that's going to come together pretty quickly. Would you say that's going to be kind of our next big milestone over there that you'll be working on in the Sandbox?
For sure, for sure. That is already on top of how we're already building the interiors. So on top of the interiors, which we will definitely improve by next week, is lay the groundwork for the maze. So that's something to really be excited about.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be super sweet. So, I mean, above and beyond progress, right? We always like to involve the community anywhere and everywhere we can. So, we've got two more votes, two more rounds of voting coming up. And the next one is going to be the entrance to the cave. So, just like we voted on the entrance to the community center, we're going to vote on the entrance of the cave, our badass volcano slash concert slash event center here. So Zahn has sketched up a couple rough sketches on ideas, and we will share those with you guys in the development channel. And we will have the voting platform, same as we did last time. You link your wallet, every NFT counts as one vote. We'll have all that linked up. I'm being told by, I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific time, so 8 p.m. Eastern. So this evening, if not in the morning, we'll be getting those announcements out to make sure everybody can log on, cast their votes, and we'll be good to go. So votes will close Tuesday of next week. So we always give the weekend and a day or so in the week to square that away. So we're going to vote on the entrance of the cave, and our next vote is going to be the first game we really want to start putting our resources towards. So we've already kind of started the maze and the obstacle course, the treasure hunt, mostly because it's so involved. But we're going to put it to a vote and see what we really want to put our time towards next. We know it's kind of irrelevant because it's not like we're jumping in this and playing it next week, so to speak, but just from a progression standpoint and what we want to see next. So you'll see that on the voting platform. Feel free to link your wallet, cast your votes, and help kind of steer the ship a little bit here. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of good updates. I think at this point, I would love to, open up the floor if you guys want to chat a bit. If you guys got some Q&A for me or for Zahn for the project, anything at all. Does anybody have anything they want to share or reach out in regards to a question? Don't all jump up at once. Zahn, I think we answered all the questions already. Well, let's do a little. What do you got, Bliss?
I don't necessarily have a, but over there near where the maze is gonna be, like you were saying, that is gonna be massive. Like you said, it's gonna take it's gonna take some time to go through that, especially in the dark and stuff. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, multi-level and everything. They're putting a lot of thought into it.
Can you show them? Can you show them the? Do you want to show them the picture I showed you?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's give him a little teaser.
I started the juice pouring.
Yeah, this is nowhere near finished, but you guys can already imagine, and that's just the maze part, right? So like I said, we're doing some designing off the land. This is what we're doing. We're sketching some stuff here for you guys just to prepare, and yeah. So you can imagine this maze. Let's just say somewhere around here in the dark for level 2. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna. Hey, do you want to share? Do you want to share that on your screen, Zahn?
Yeah, so this won't copy that. I placed it in the development channel,
Oh, perfect.
like just a sample sketch. That's not gonna be the real maze, of course, because you guys might copy that and memorize it, you know. But yeah, just to give you guys an idea of what we're doing outside of the land, this is one of those things. Before we even lay some bricks, we've already planned things out.
Yeah, so I mean, there's really a lot of sketching and a lot of planning before we even start carving the blocks out or adding blocks to it, making sure that everything leads to the right place. I imagine logistically that's a fair bit of work.
Yeah, thought um, like I said, mentioned to BBD earlier, we have two-level designers just focusing on the maze, and then I think there's like 4 or 5 builders laying the bricks here. So we have a lot of people working on this, and you guys should be excited for the outcome here.
Yeah, it's a big team. Zon, can we jump back in game mode and go take a look at that arena a little bit? So again, guys, this will be kind of our battle arena. We can come together. We can player versus player. Maybe we can get a little creative. Sometimes we could drop in some environment things and almost have a player versus environment. Whether we can get some dinos or something fun in there. We can all team up, whatever. We can wager against each other. You can have a little mini Bad Baby Dino fight club going on, all for fun, all for fun and games. And as Sandbox continues to develop and have more and more of mounting options and weapon options and all kinds of finishes, we will be able to continue to kind of have different experiences in there. But it'll be pretty cool. It'll be a pretty cool little chill spot to hang out, battle, have some fun. And then, as you saw in the interior, I mean, everything below here has multiple interior spaces. So a little gym, kind of some boxing rings, a couple little things. Just all that much more activity that we can do, and we can hang out and get together and just like your normal day-to-day life, have different activities that you do throughout the day. Zon, I think you're locked out.
Yeah, we haven't added the. Let me just cut off some bricks here because we were still
We're locked
planning
out.
on where the entrance is going to be. Like they're gonna be here or here. Well, let's just carve something out. How did you guys want to chip in some ideas for us? How do you want to enter the arena?
Yeah. What do you guys see getting into the
Underground?
arena here?
Again, some live watchers, special acts, special experience here. You guys get to decide how we enter now.
What do you guys think? More of a little more difficulty jumping block to block like we got? Do we add a staircase like we had in our community center to get up a little easier?
Another one is we're planning on a platform. So imagine you're the arena, you're the fighter. So we're gonna have like this platform. It's gonna receive you somewhere here, somewhere maybe somewhere here, and then you enter like this. So it's more dramatic that way.
Yeah. I'm digging that. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool little space. That'll be cool when we start putting some detail in that. So yeah, I mean this will
That's
continue to evolve even when Sandbox evolves and more options become available too.
yeah. Chat, guys, chat down below if you think you can beat BBD in a duel here. I'm pretty sure I could beat him. Just kidding.
I don't know. Blizz has been practicing.
In the gym.
Yep.
What was that? I'm sorry, I just got back.
I was just saying Blizz has been practicing, so I don't know.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
In the gym, when we have our Bad Baby Dinos working out, will that increase their stats, or can we make that a possibility? Gym. Most of the upgrades will be based on your wearables, so it's gonna look something like this. You're gonna have, like I have here is standard storage by Sandbox. So what we're gonna have in the store are a lot of wearables that you guys can grind out to have access to. So imagine you guys have this like epic rarity helmet. So that's gonna help you win some more battles. But there's you can't gain those XP or anything from these assets. These are environmental only. We will add a mechanism where you guys will earn some more XP across the land, maybe from the mazes, maybe some um, when you finish some quest around the land, and then you get coins, maybe some tokens here, and then you use those to purchase some of those wearables that I mentioned here in the store. Because there's gonna be a store. We have a lot planned for the store here, and this is where we showcase all those upgrades.
Yeah, and I really like that idea of going in to train or going in to work out. And although it's not as black and white as you go in and you do a nice meathead Monday chest pump and you get extra XP, but maybe we can somehow create a little bit of that gym into a quest of sorts where you would have to complete some things just like you'd have to complete a workout, and with that you would get some XP or points or coins or whatever. So I love the idea. It's a great idea. I think I'm going to definitely snag that and see if we can run with that.
Does it have like timing, like push timing work sort of game mechanisms in Sandbox we can utilize there? So sorry, what kind of push timing? Well, in a lot of those games, it'll say the timing will have to push up, like push a button, and time it with when it drops or something that they use in other sort of sports games for XP building. Oh, yeah, I mean, we could implement some things like that, but the easiest thing that I could assure you that we can build out is, let's just say, we have an NPC guarding the gym here, and that NPC will ask you to run laps across the track, which is a huge track. But I assume you can do that. We can do that where you are forced to work out and then build some XP. And I think that's where the time comes in, maybe where faster you run, collect all those collectibles across the track. Maybe that's a bonus, maybe.
Yeah, I think the intent is a lot of different creative avenues to earn XP, to earn coins, to earn whatever, right? That's half the fun in all of this. So I love the idea of incorporating the gym or a workout, whether it be a track, running laps, or completing something in the gym that would help on that, or some kind of timed trial. You have to do something in a certain amount of time to beat it. I mean, they're all kind of based around completion and mini quests of sorts, and we can continue to develop some of those that'll help benefit your avatar, which will help you in the other games. So that's the beauty of Sandbox, is having all those options, and then even more options being developed every week at this point.
Yeah, like a cardio time trial that's triggered from the gym.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You triggered at a gatekeeper there where you'd have to run laps in a certain amount of time,
like what I'm doing.
or we could do a timed trial that, It's a leaderboard style, maybe, fastest lap. You're always trying to beat the fastest lap or something. But yeah, all those kind of things is exactly what we're heading towards.
I didn't have my mic working when you were talking about the entrance. It's hard to tell just because I think we're not getting be better. But seeing you jump from the members only down there definitely looked like, man, the zip line from the members only to the arena when a battle's starting would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just like we have something going over to the cave. We have our VIP entrance. Maybe there's something to get us to the
I'll see what I can
stores.
do with the zip line because that will be difficult to build with the current features. But I'll see what I can do. I think
Yeah, some kind of
lot of
connector or entrance there from here. Whether it be a bridge or
if not
something.
a zip line, maybe some vessel that we can ride across.
Yeah, you can do a moving bridge of sorts.
A cable car, maybe.
Well, that'd be cool.
I like it.
Well, you could almost have a viewing lounge from there with the view. VIP viewing lounge.
selfie corner.
Yeah, for the elite of the elite.
So Zon, when we're up here, right?
Battle.
When we're up here in the community center, a question that came up earlier, and I kind of wanted to make sure I was answering it properly. But let's say like these poker tables and these pool tables and stuff that are assets in the game, are there going to be abilities to interact with those?
Oh no, Sandbox has not built that out yet, but I assume that they will someday because you guys know that they have they have a partnership with Atari, right? Let's say that I think it's a gaming company, so I'm also certain that they will have functionalities like Central Land, where you can play some poker there. So right now, these are some assets because most of the game mechanisms on Sandbox are uh, like avatar focused and not asset focused like these. So maybe someday, but right now, these are just some tables that we can check out.
Yeah, more environment assets, but I think like you said, I think we're all pretty confident that's the direction that Sandbox is going, is especially competing with other
I mean, they have a partnership
metaverses.
with Atari.
Yeah, Atari's already in there. They're a huge name. You're definitely going to see these assets become playable in the sorts of almost mini games. So that would be the intent, I guess, is my point, is letting the community know it's something that we have full intent on. Cool. Yeah, this is looking awesome, Zon.
Great. Okay. Put that out there.
Can you talk?
So I think I'm cutting out. But what was the question again?
I think
Sorry about that.
Oh, there he
Can
is.
you talk more about what gaming mechanisms are an option in Sandbox for those of us just learning, and then we could usually better come up with usable ideas.
Yeah. So most of the games are. Let me just leave the avatar for you. So most of the games are experience like avatar experience heavy. So what we can do, we have these rules, right? So this is why we can easily set up some quests and um, like so a maze or something because that interacts with the environment. Some different effects where the environment can kill you. Like add some NPCs like these villains, like these creatures here. Please do disregard this dino skull. We are gonna fix that. Just for scale, just a sneak peek, but it is. So yeah, most of the games are gonna be how do I say that? They're mostly level design kind of functions. So what I mean by that is we can design like a quest from here. Add like what quest can you do? Like there's a specific time requirement, some more quest, specific quest where that quest leads to more quests, and like I said, like a maze where it is a timed maze or some, because we have these show show we have um these are the functions that's currently on Game Maker. So you guys can see there's not really um most of the things that most of the games that we can build out are limited to these functions. If not these functions over here. So what that means is we can program it to say if I kill this, then I get this. I get X reward. Or if I have this specific collectible here in my inventory, then that gives me access to this store here. So that means most of our mechanisms are going to be environment heavy, and where the avatar interacts with the land, talks to people, have these quests overhead. So that's how most of the games are gonna play out. They're
So
not really. It's not something like we can build a table like this and we can zoom in and play a game. No, nothing like that yet.
No,
yes,
that helps. Thank you. So, just to use the example of the gym.
So like for a gym,
Sorry.
maybe
Yeah. The cardio could be just time trials where they run to certain points and then level up type of.
yeah, exactly. It would be, a time trial. You got to go from A to B, complete that, and then receive that, and then go from B to C to receive that. So it's almost a mini quest at that point. So it's based on completion.
As they go. And then the boxing gym could trigger like an NPC sort of battle thing at a certain point in the world, but it would fall within those parameters. That makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So assuming you guys want to work out, then let's just say we add a punch bag here where it has a specific health component to it, and you just swing your sword around, or move your sword and swing your arms around it, so it seems like you're um, practicing your punches there, and then maybe after you um, quote unquote kill that punch bag because it has a health component to it, then that concludes your workout for the day. And then let's say we have an NPC here. We talk to the NPC. Because this we killed the punch bag. That then sends a message um, to our NPC that the job is done. So that's one way we could make use of the gym.
And encourage daily grind type of activity.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Ananda, does that make
Could be in there.
sense? Overall, the kind of those mini quests. That's essentially how the game would be interacting. Avatar in environment, and we'd be creating almost mini quests or mini games that would be based on completion, or hey, you have to do X to get Y to go to Z kind of scenarios.
Yeah, and that's why Amaze is perfect for Sandbox, because you only get to interact with the environment, and then that, like you mentioned, if you finish X, then you get Y, and then that Y is now gonna be necessary for part Z. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very helpful, Zon. Thanks for explaining.
First, if you guys want to learn more, you can always jump on. Just plugging it in right now. But I mean, if you guys wanna learn more. Sandbox has that weekly thing, weekly streams as well. So, but we're not gonna, have our streams simultaneously with them. So
Yeah.
users can watch that.
Yeah, Sandbox themselves have a great weekly stream every week, and I've talked about it a lot with other members and people in general, and even you, Zon. You guys know more than anybody, but it seems like Sandbox is evolving every week at this point.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of features coming up.
So that's great. I mean, we'll be ahead of the game, having a lot of our structure in place, a lot of the bones in place, and we can upgrade and change and add to and improve along the way as new features come out. It'll be that much easier for someone like us who already has an environment built out ready to go. I mean, that'll be a huge leg up on other environments.
Yeah, and just to add to what BBD said here, this is a 3x3 plot, and after talking to different developers and most teams from Sandbox, most of them are working on a 2x2 only. So I think that means a lot. Can you guys put that into perspective? Because if what they're working on is only from here, I'm not sure if you guys can see my mouse, but let's just say somewhere here, and yeah, until this part on the upper right, that's only how much most of the games are loading right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit, and we have on top of just the overall size. I mean, we have a lot of action in there. We have 3 or 4 main games, main big games, and then we're gonna have multiple different mini quests and completions and almost mini games. And then as Sandbox continues to develop and where we can interact with those poker tables and pool tables, we'll have even more. We'll have things in place ready to go. So I mean, the amount of stuff you can do in this environment, I mean, you're talking like some serious amount of hours you can put in just to make an attempt at each thing.
There's a lot you can do here.
Yeah, it's
You
it.
guys might stay here more than your real life.
I could see it getting addicting very quick, especially when you're earning.
That's the most important part there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard you guys mention about renting your dinos. I mean, look at this. I would rent a dino, right? Anyone would rent a dino for just to play this environment.
Yeah, we're working out some back end stuff with that and seeing what we have to do to make it all work. But our intent would be to hopefully have a rent or a lease option, which would help our community that much more with that much more value, especially people who own multiples. It's an appreciating asset. Maybe they can make some profit on the way up, but then they can also have some reoccurring revenue there with renting and leasing those out. So we're working through the pros and cons, and we're updating the community along the way. But I think that's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, people um, don't wait out for the long term. They just FOMO in. So prepare your dino.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And like I said before, we're only people will be able to access this server publicly, but they're only going to be able to roam around and do so much. Once they get to a gate lock area, they're going to need an NFT in their wallet to link up. Um, to be able to interact. So they're going to quickly get a taste of the land after time, and I think they're going to realize how fun it is and how much opportunity it has, and they're going to be very interested in becoming officially part of the Dino fam one way or another, whether it's buying a Bad Baby Dino or whether it's renting or leasing one for a month or a week or however it works out. Cool. So when we have everybody here,
is there a way to incorporate that into the game, like where they can go to a catalog or look through the different dinos that could be for rent once it's fixed on the back end?
Big picture, there may be something of that nature.
Right.
Short term, that may just be more something where they're kind of directed to third party sites like OpenSea and such. And so the last little bit of news I wanted to kind of drop on you guys. Zahn and I had a great call with one of our community members yesterday. I'm not going to share too many details because we're still working things out, but I know everybody wants to have a Bad Baby Dino avatar. And we've talked about this on every single stream we've gotten on. And we've told everybody that, Sandbox has their avatars and that's going to be that for a while. Well, we also told you guys that Sandbox does have the capability of producing other avatars. There's certain parameters you need to be within, etc. They may not have the resources to do it right away, but that will be the intent. Well, in order for us to stay ahead of the game, we are building out our 3D model in voxel for all 4 of our main characters. So we are building Bad Baby Dino avatars. So at least our 4 base characters will be ready for when Sandbox is ready for us. And I'll have those to share as quick as possible.
Can we make that to like where you have to own it to own that specific avatar? Like if we have a bird in our wallet, a pterodactyl, we can have that as our avatar. But if you don't have it, then you can't use that avatar. Is that something that could happen?
It's definitely something we could explore. I would say we could make it so at least only NFT holders could use our avatars. Whether or not we could make that as specific as, you need a pterodactyl to use a pterodactyl, at least in the short term, that may be difficult. But long term, I see that being an option, especially because long term, our envision would be to add characteristics or traits that match the metadata in your specific Bad Baby Dino. So you'd be able to customize your Bad Baby Dino avatar, just like you customize this avatar when you load in.
Yeah. I've seen the avatars. They're either dope or cute.
They're cute and dope. And a lot of work.
Cool if we could have those.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into them. I mean, the gentleman we're working with has a huge, big 3D background, getting in a voxel editor and just kind of recreating that into a voxel. And there's a lot of just, editing and manipulation you need to get in, and just it's very tedious. It's a lot of man hours to get in and create these. But again, I know how important it is to everybody to have a Bad Baby Dino avatar eventually. So just like everything else, we're just trying to stay ahead of the game, and that way we're ready for you guys as soon as Sandbox is ready for us.
Going back to the VIP, I guess bridge type thing, was that like a elevator type thing that I seen in there?
Yeah, Zahn, we want to maybe take us back to the community center and walk us across the bridge to the cave and just show us a little bit of that entrance, how that's going to kind of be.
So you guys can enter here. Just move this away.
Oh, look at that. So it is a little elevator bliss.
I haven't triggered.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the elevator there, but I haven't rigged it out yet, so it's not gonna function. So here it is. I'm walking, and it's a long walk, but it's gonna be worth it because we guys get access to the top of the cave here. So, and then we are eventually gonna, not gonna end here, of course. We're gonna like add some more details where you guys get the best view on the inside the cave. Feel like our true VIPs. This is a view here. This could be one angle. We will add some more, maybe some more levels if we think it's gonna fit.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
And only us will have access to that. You won't be, anybody that would be down below wouldn't have access unless they can otherwise get to the VIP community center. So, thinking longer term, if there are outside server people who have, purchased a ticket or rented an NFT or whatever options we come up with to attend a show or an event, they'll be down on that lower level and they wouldn't be able to come up to this space in any way. So I think that's super sweet, super extra VIP.
They'll eventually promo in.
Oh yeah, I mean we only have about 1,550 or so left. I mean they're going. Once they're going, they're gone. Cool. Any other?
My question.
Yeah, what do you got, Bliss?
Elevators. I said, yeah, that answered my question. Those are elevators. That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I thought that's what that was.
That'll be cool.
And another thing I was thinking of, we could also like do like community quests, like Discord quests. We throw a quest in the Discord that you have to do and show proof you did it and stuff like that. Like there's just so many things that we could do.
Oh yeah, from a community engagement perspective and different, not just play to earn, but also play to win. We can set certain quests or leaderboards or competitions within the community that have prizes associated with them. And throw that right into that much more engagement and things that we can do together as a community, that you could still be winning prizes and different cryptos or NFTs or anything we want to get involved with, outside of just the Discord and other social media platforms. So, the sky's the limit as far as engagement goes. There's so many things we can do, and there's so many things we will do.
And another thing, we're early to the early still. Like we was saying earlier with the pool table and the poker tables and stuff. Like eventually we will be able to link that to a game and be able to fully function with it.
Oh yeah, I see it coming. Sandbox is, it's not like we're building on something that just came out. If we were building on a game or in a metaverse that is relatively new and super speculative, then, there'd be a little more speculation to, oh, are we going to be able to do this in the future? Are we going to be able to do that? But we chose Sandbox for the reason that it was already so developed, it was already so ahead of the pack, and we did like that digital reality over the VR reality personally because we wanted to have a lot of gaming involved. But with how much they've done already, it's just been completely proof of work. You can see the amount of progress, you can see the amount of development, and frankly, just the amount of resources that they've invested in, and the amount of big names that have chosen to invest in it as well. So, Sandbox itself isn't going anywhere. And being that they're already, leading the pack with a small group of others, they're going to want to stay ahead of the game. So all these this is all the same feedback that anybody and everybody would give. So they're definitely going to continue to develop and build and improve and innovate. And we're going to be very happy with our decision building in here versus starting from scratch and building something of our own completely, or rolling the dice on something even more speculative.
And seeing that the racetrack is going to be underground, that's a game changer right there.
That'll be fun. That'll definitely add to the environment. add a little complexity. I mean, even that Dino Kart racing. I mean, we're not going to make it just driving in a circle. You know, it looks like it's just a circle right now, but you know, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that you got to avoid, and different collision points, and obviously driving through the dark, driving underground. I mean, it's going to be fairly interactive. It's going to be fun. So Zon, we're going to upload, if we haven't already, just because I'm in recording mode here, we're going to upload the sketches for the community entrance, or sorry, not the community entrance, the cave entrance. And we are going to add the vote for our first game that we really want to dive a lot of resources into and start shaping up. So we're going to get those over to you guys. We'll make an announcement in the Discord either later this evening or tomorrow morning once everything's all squared away. You guys can log on just like last time, link your wallets. Every NFT is worth a vote, so get in there and vote and kind of do your part to help steer the ship. But I think we're gonna wrap this stream up now. We're coming right up on the hour here, perfect timing. And I appreciate everybody stopping by, checking on the progress. We hope you guys see just how much work is going into this. We love sharing it week over week, so you guys really get a good feel for how much is going into it. And I got a really good feeling that next week is going to be another big week. We're going to have some big progress. It looks like a lot of that back end work and off game work is going to start coming to fruition in the game. So that'll be a big push over the next week, and we'll just keep cranking it out, keep kicking ass. Zon, thank you very much. Thank all the team that works with you, of course, on our behalf. And I think I speak for everybody. You know, this is looking awesome. We can't wait.